Will.I.am says he's not ashamed of being ultra feminine as he mentions growing up without his dad. Ooh, shit. This is a little, little touchy one, you know what I'm saying? I definitely, I've met, I'm Nigerian, by the way, if you didn't know. I say this all the time, born and raised. So like I've definitely in Nigeria before the whole, gay stuff started really getting a little bit more, you know what I mean? I remember, in boarding school, I went to boarding school. There were guys in there, very few. I'm talking about, you can count them in the whole dorm. Or I'm talking about from the 7th graders to 12th graders stayed in one dorm. So it's like, you can count maybe like 3-4 guys in there that were kind of like feminine-ish. They were never, never had no story about some, extra going on, but they were just kind of flamboyant. I call it flamboyant. So, let's hear what Will.I.am got to say about this.
Coming of age, and I didn't have a man in my life, a father in my life to guide me through that. My mom did that, which probably made me even ultra feminine. Which is I have no shame of being super feminine. I remember
Be yourself.
in the 90s, we don't have the support in the LGBT community like now than we did then. So growing up in the 90s, we're like, are you gay? Like, a lot of people question if because I was feminine. I'm still feminine. Coming of age. I sit the way I sit, I act the way I act, my mannerisms are my mom's, but it was a very, and I'm strong with my femininity. I think it's a superpower. But when you know who you are, when you love who you are, how you vibe, that's what it's about. I like girls.
Okay.
Never was attracted to men.
Oh, okay.
I'm attracted to females, but I'm feminine.
That's hard. Like in the sense of like, I've always thought about it like that. I feel like some, generally people just call everybody gay just because you act flamboyant or you act feminine. I don't think it means that the person is necessarily not. I don't think everybody that, acts flamboyant and all that is, gay. I don't think they are attractive men. I think some of them are just, they grew up in situations like this where, everybody was a female or was a woman around you, and you just end up picking up on that. Like it's been a thing I've thought about a while, like for real, like on some real joint, like all the way from Nigeria. I knew guys that, it could go either way. They were raised by women. They came out to be playboys. They weren't feminine. They just knew the ins and outs. And while I knew some other guys that were raised by women and they had that feminine mannerism about them. You know what I'm saying? They still like women. I'm not gonna lie. And they knew the good thing about it, I ain't gonna lie. Like those are the homies you want to have around you because look, they know, what they know the ins and outs of the women type shit. Because I mean, their sisters put them up on game. You know what I'm saying? They know, they can easily bounce in between. You know what I'm saying? Those crowds, like, they can talk to a woman, get in on the gist and all the gossip and then come back and tell y'all the homies and all that good stuff. So you guys have more information on the girl you like. I'm talking about this. I experienced all this in boarding school and all that good stuff. I mean, just in Nigeria type shit, you know what I'm saying? Even coming out here, there's some guys I met. And that's why when I came out to America, I remember when I first came to America and I seen some guys acting flamboyant, I never thought they were gay. I'm just being honest. Like, I remember the first time one of the homies I had known for like 2-3 years, flamboyant dude, like super flamboyant dude. You know what I'm saying? He ended up, saying, telling me he was gay. I found out he had a boyfriend or something. And it shook me. I was shook. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh, like really? Like for real. Like, I was shook because I grew up, as I said, I grew up with guys that, I didn't grow up with them, but, went to school with them type joint, you know what I'm saying? In the sense of they might act somewhat feminine. They weren't doing the extra feminine stuff. I'm not going to say that. But, they probably do their hands like that and they'll talk slightly softer. But they like women. I mean, when I say they like women, they had girlfriends. They were doing the, with the women. But they were, you know what I'm saying? They were feminists. They were flamboyant with it. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, so when the boy told me about it, I was just like, damn, I didn't know that all the time. It didn't change anything about me. It just, because at the end of the day, I fucked with bro for who bro was, regardless of, all the other shit. He was himself. So I definitely understand where he's coming from with this, and I feel like generally people tend to just put, if you're not masculine, if you're not manly, you got to be, you got to be gay, you got to be on it. No, I don't think that's the case, because I definitely, think factors also play into it, as well as, I'm saying, just genetics or being born a certain way. For, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. If y'all encounter people like that, that are flamboyant or, feminine, but they still like puss, like they're not attracted to men at all. They just like, puss. And then of course I know we know of the people that's, of course, think about it, bro. Because you meet some, gay guys that don't act gay. Like they don't act feminine at all. They don't, they are masculine as all that good stuff. And if you talk to them, you find out they're gay. Like, so I don't think it's an issue of being masculine or feminine, in the sense of mannerism for you to be on whatever spectrum you are. I think it's just be yourself. Me personally, I've always said be yourself. Like, as long as, you respectful, all that good stuff, anybody really care anyway. Like, it's just, I don't know. For me, I definitely appreciate him coming out and saying this, because I ain't gonna lie, him saying this kind of like just reminded me, just like, I was like, whoa, I've always thought about it like that. Because at some point, I started thinking, damn, all these guys are acting feminine. Are they actually, are they gay? Because I didn't really know too much, but I always thought there was a possibility. Like, I've seen some things where, like, the guy was the feminine guy, in the relationship. He was the feminine one, and the lady was the tomboy, the masculine one. And it was a relationship. Like, I haven't seen, I think, a picture or a post sometime where people were actually married like that. And I was always like, bro, there's no problem with it either way. It's like, some people be like, oh man, you're not a man, you're not a, that's this whole problem with masculinity. Some people are like, oh man, you got to be macho with it. I don't believe that. I really don't. I've never believed that. I've never believed that. I don't think, for you being, what makes you a man is you being all, yeah, I'm tough, I'm there, I'm rugged. No, I never thought that. I think variation is what makes life beautiful. Like, this be if everybody acted the same, we would be like robots. It would be lame. It would be boring, because everybody just thought the same, acted the same. It would be stupid. Like, it's not fun that way. The variation in life is what makes it fun. What makes, this is what gives us the experience. But y'all let me know what y'all think.